Today's special podcast is focused on Accelerate Action, which is the theme for International Women's Day. And I thought I'd kick us off by quoting something from the World Economic Forum, which says, at the current rate at which we're seeing change in terms of gender parity, it's going to take until 2158, so approximately 5 generations, for us to achieve gender parity. Hence the need potentially to accelerate action. So any thoughts on that first, the length of time that's going to take?
I would say I don't think any of us would be terribly surprised by that from the lived experience. I'm going to build on statistics. Another statistic is from the work that EU Skills has done, which shows that actually in the energy sector or in the utility sector, women only represent 29% of the workforce against a national average of 48% of the workforce. So we've got a challenge in the international world. We've got a significant challenge in the utility space as well. Why am I not surprised? I think because we are doing lots of things and we're talking about parity and equity and equality a lot, but actually fundamentally we're not changing how we're behaving and we're not changing the way we work. And so therefore we're still working in an environment that is very much driven by history and the way that men expect to work.
I think we all probably, I said, not surprised that that's the figure, unfortunately. But it's also assuming that we don't decelerate. I think obviously when times are hard, changes in D&I agendas, things can get difficult. And I think, to Joe's point, it's really hard trying that tradition and fighting that culture that's existing. It's not easy, otherwise we would have done it. So in the spirit of accelerating action, there's maybe not necessarily a right answer, but it's difficult. And assuming that we keep our current pace, and I think obviously there's been great leaps, but there's still so much more to do. And to keep that pace for 5 generations is going to be an absolute task, I think.
It is, definitely.
And it's got to be faster than 5 generations.
Yeah. It's got to be faster. It's got to be faster because none of us will be here in 5 generations.
Nor our children, nor our grandchildren.
Yeah. So exactly. It's quite depressing, I guess, when you've a woman in midlife and you think that you've come this far and actually there's still so much further to go. I know talking to colleagues and friends, they often say, we want it to be better for our daughters, but actually, all sons and daughters came from a woman who's presumably your wife or girlfriend or the mother of your children. So challenge yourselves to want it to be better now. Let's stop waiting. We don't have to wait. Let's really put some accelerated action in place to make it sooner than 5 generations. Hopefully just 5 years would be good, but
be a suitable timeline. Yeah.